Morning everyone, how are you? It is Claire Kelly here from Leaders in Love, keeping it real to heal. So I actually have a couple of video blogs today that I need to do. The first one that I'm going to do is for the ARCS meditation that I attended the other night, which was at Harmony Body Mind Center in Nerang. So there's Harmony in Life at Burleigh that I teach meditation at, and Harmony Body Mind, which is with Herman and Marie. So Herman is the one that I did the psychosomatic training with, and Marie as well. So the ARCS meditation. For the ARCS meditation, the lady who flew in, her name was Kerry Hanwood, and she works with, she does a lot of kind of shamanism work and it's like angelic shamanism is the only way to kind of describe it. But she works on so many layers and levels with people like soul retrieval, all these kind of things. But she also does channeling. So channeling, for those of you who don't know what channeling is, it's when a person, and I actually thought this was just a meditation, but when I got there, it was actually a channeling with a question and answer for the being that Kerry was channeling through, which was the arcs. So arcs is short for archangels or light beings, and I can't remember which specific, if it was any specific archangel in particular that she was channeling through or just general, but it was very, very interesting. However, channelings are they're probably not really something I would recommend for those of you first out who are just starting out with meditation and spirituality, because like they're quite full on, and even for me studying this work, I don't really go to a lot of channelings because they're quite confronting. Because what happens in a channeling, it's like you'll see the person and they'll talk, and it's like their normal self, and then all of a sudden it's like something takes over their body, and then all these words and their actions will completely change. So Kerry introduced herself. We had it upstairs at the Emerald Room, which it's a little bit smaller than the one I think they have downstairs, but there was this massive crystal set up in the middle and candles, and it was just it was a beautiful space. And then Kerry introduced herself and she told us what she did. And I've never met her before, but I went to just a normal ARCS meditation a while ago, and apparently she was, we had music and all these kind of things, but it was a really powerful meditation. So I didn't really know what to expect for this one that I went to, but yeah, I kind of got it a little bit wrong. And it was a channeling, not a meditation. So anyway, Kerry introduced herself. She asked if there was any of us who were new to meditation or the arcs, and no one was. And then she kind of explained to people how it worked, and she explained to us that her energy would change and how she communicated would change, and some of the words would change, except she was still conscious and she was still aware of what was happening, right? So that was pretty much it. And then she was like, okay, let's get started. And then she just clapped her hands and went boom or something. I don't know exactly, I can't remember. I think she just clapped her hands. And then all of a sudden it was like this energy was in the room, but in through her body. And it was very polite, this being that she brought through. It was like, oh, so lovely to be here. It was really weird. Her whole voice changed, and all her mannerisms changed. And anyway, it was quite the experience. And I've only ever seen one other channeling, and that was Lisa Ambrosa. And I'll be doing a review on her. I still haven't had the session with her yet, but I will. But they do channelings. She does channelings out at her meditation or spiritual development nights as well. Anyway, so this being, I'll share with you guys what this being through Kerry was telling us. So it was like she was still there, but she can't do it for very long because it takes up it really kind of fries your central nervous system if you're channeling a lot. That's what she was saying anyway. But yeah, the being came in and was like talking to us about our own magnificence, and how we really have to embrace like our own magnificence. And when we keep ourselves small, and when we don't do the things that we feel like we're born to do, it's actually more egotistical than actually going for our full potential and doing the things that we really want to do, like embracing our full magnificence. And it was quite interesting because I had all these podcasts, I've had all these blogs that have just been building up and building up, and I hadn't released them because some of them are pretty different, and it's a bit, it's quite hard explaining some of this work sometimes. But I've had all this work here and I hadn't got it out online, and so I'd gone to this meditation slash channeling with the intention to help me move fully into my purpose. And that's kind of been a bit of a theme for me. That's what I went to Cameron for as well. So it was really interesting that they were talking about that in your full magnificence. And for me, the blogging and the journalism, my background's in PR and journalism, and so journalism first, and then I moved into PR. So communication is a really big thing for me. So I was like, okay, all right, I really need to get these blogs out there and get this podcast rocking. And anyway, so they said that, and then they talked about star planets as well, and they told us our star planet, and I didn't actually know what my star planet was. I kind of knew that maybe I had a star planet because my friend Julie had talked about it. So my star planet turned out it's Palladium or Pallades and Sirius. And then this being told us to go, look at the planets and Google Sirius. They actually told us to Google information, which was quite funny. Like, anyway, so then last night, like I'm in Byron at the moment, and so I went out last night with my friend Eglay, and she had a cool app on her phone, and so we were like trying to find this star, trying to find Sirius, and we finally found it. So they told us how we can get messages from our higher self or from the universe was to get a white stone, like a white crystal, and then you just put it on your third eye, which is your intuition and your connection as well, like to your psychic gifts. And so they told us to do that, and then you'll get like information through. They call it like downloads or whatever. And so me, being me, I went out and bought a little white crystal, and I came home afterwards, not last night because the Arcs meditation was a couple of nights ago, but in Byron I had it here last night, and it was pretty funny. Some of the things that came through, like it was like I was sleeping, but I was in this deep meditation, and anyway, I got some interesting dreams. I can't remember all of the information, but it was pretty funny. So who knows if that's actually from the Wednesday night. But I woke up feeling I felt really supported and really connected. And I started my writing yesterday on a couple of different things. So anyway, so that was a big message. So if you want to tap into your spiritual powers, then go out and get a white crystal, put it on your forehead and see what happens. But I don't know what your star planets are, everyone, sorry. What else? I'm trying to think what else they talked about. But it was a lot about, how we need to just really embrace, the journey that we're on, and our lives are so short in the scheme of things, but the soul's journey it's everlasting, it's ongoing. And so every experience that you have in your life, if you look at it they were encouraged you to look at it from a soul perspective. So it's like not happening to you per se, but actually viewing every single thing that happens in your life as a soul experience, right? Sorry about the background noises. I'm just at this little hotel in Byron. There's a few people cruising around. So anyway, so the idea is that you look down on your life from a higher perspective, and you don't get attached into drama, and you just embrace every single thing that happens to you, like perceived good and perceived bad, because it's all learnings that your soul will take when you die, when you physically die. So it was quite intense. It was very, very interesting. Kerry was amazing, very, very interesting character, and she's doing some trainings and a few other things which I would love to do, but it's just financially, it's just not an option for me at the moment. However, later on, if I get out to New York, I've got it on my list. There's a few people I need to connect with in New York, and so who knows, we'll see what happens. She's here for a few more weeks in Australia, so if I can get out to do one of her one-on-ones, I might do that. So we'll just have to wait and see if that's something that I'm meant to review, a one-on-one for Leaders in Love. yeah, so there you go. So that was pretty much it. That was the ARCS meditation. It was $20 energy exchange, and yeah, I think that's the only one that she's doing. Yeah, she's got another little thing on in a few weeks with the winter solstice. However, yeah, you can find details about Kerry's work. I'll have links through the website to the ARCs and what she's doing with all that, if that's something that you're really interested in. And yeah, just, as always, if you've got any questions, let me know, or comments, and I'll get back to you when I can. And yeah, I don't think there's not much else to say on that, really. But yeah, that was the ARCS meditation on the Wednesday's just gone. Today's the Saturday, the 7th of June, so it was Wednesday, the 4th of June, that was 2014. Yeah, alright, I'm going to go record my next one now, which was with Donna Louise Attard, who is an angel intuitive and clinical hypnotherapist. Okay, bye.